Are you here? Okay, well, all right. Hello, beautiful people. This is Nube Brown here in
Start here.
You can the San Francisco Bayview National Black newspaper, and we are also over here. You know, we're doing double duty today, which is pretty awesome because, you know, we are building with the Bayview here, and I want to tell you what that means. And I'm going to start again with my introduction because we are also here at Bayview TV breaking news here on IG, as you all know. This is Nube. I am your, not only your host, but I am your editor of your beautiful San Francisco Bayview National Black newspaper right here in the newsroom. As you can see, all of these beautiful newspapers, that's history, people. So we are coming together here to build with the Bayview, build with your independent, radical Black media newspaper right here. This is the place to be. Good morning, Ohio. Now, it is an absolutely beautiful morning. As you know, I'm feeling a little bit in a heat wave. So yeah, let's bring on the heat because there is a lot going on. And I know there are some things that I have, well, I don't know if we missed them. Here's what I want to say. First, it's very important. I come on here, I've got so much energy because I'm so excited to be with y'all. Let us come together and take our breath. Take that away, whatever that is. Yelamu Ohlone land. This place that we so just nonchalantly know as San Francisco. A lot of unspoken, unknown history here in California and right here in San Francisco. Do you know, I just found out yesterday that there was actually the selling of slaves, people right here in San Francisco. Did you know that? I didn't know that. I didn't know that. You know how I found out? I was speaking with a woman. Her name is Jamelia Land, and her husband, Samuel Brown, who is caged in Lancaster. Jamelia Land, they are both human rights activists. They are abolitionists, and they are integral in the getting a bill to the state for abolishing the language, the slave language, in our state's constitution. So understand that we have a history here. It is important that we know where we stand so that the work that we are doing has meaning and we know what we're doing. The people have to know what we're fighting for. And the only way that we can know that is to have some idea of our history and how it plays out in the present and the people that are involved in that, because there are descendants of that history that are with us now. Our indigenous brothers and sisters, the ancestors, they are being moved by their ancestors. Remember how I talk about how we are an unapologetically Black newspaper for your voices, for our voices, and how important it is that people get to speak for themselves, that no one else has the right to tell our stories? We need everybody to be strong. We need our indigenous brothers and sisters to be telling their stories unapologetically. And we need the same. We need to be able to hear each other and struggle together, because when we are able to tell our own stories, we find that commonality. So we are standing, we are working, we are living, we are struggling on indigenous land that has been stolen and the people massacred and genocided. And the descendants of those people we work with them. We work in solidarity with them, in humanity, in unity, in solidarity, in love, in power. So we must take that breath together with that in mind. So here we go. So I was going to start with one thing. Thank you. And thank everybody for being here. And I want to just give out a big shout out of gratitude and appreciation for all of you that post on Instagram. I need y'all that are good with this social media to post on Instagram, because the only thing that I post is Bayview TV breaking news. And most of the time, it's my comrade Griffin who's doing it. So everybody else that's doing that beautiful work of posting on Instagram, I can scroll through there and find out the things that are important to all of you and that, quite frankly, appeal to me. Now, I was going to get started with some other things, but I want to get started with the Keystone Pipeline. Because when I was just talking about how important it is for people who are experiencing whatever it is that they are experiencing, must be the ones to tell the story, must be the ones to share, if they so choose, what is going on. And it is our responsibility as community members, as decent human beings, people that think that that believe in human rights, human civil rights, listen and hear what they have to say. And so indigenous people were here first before the Europeans came and did the enslaved and genocide of the people. Interestingly enough, but let me say this: African people came here too before the Europeans. There is connection with African people all over the world long before Europeans started to go around and enslave people. And they interacted peacefully. Just so you know. Now, but nonetheless, the indigenous people have been tending to, honoring, respecting, living with and in connection with the land where they are. And so they have centuries, thousands of years of connection to the land. All indigenous people do. It is when they are uprooted from their land is where the problem takes place. So we must hear from and learn from and be guided by indigenous people, especially when it comes to connection to the land, Mama Earth, mother of us all. So thankfully, our indigenous brothers and sisters and siblings, or two spirits, as they are also called, are doing that work. And people are inspired by it. And from what I understand, the Keystone Pipeline has been stopped. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. Do we have any photos of that anywhere? That'd be awesome. It's somewhere in there, I'm sure. Now, listen. We will take these victories. Keystone XL is dead. Why is there the next phrase, now kill the rest? Because look, these corporations that are addicted to fossil fuels because they're addicted to the money that it makes. 100 years ago. Yeah, sorry. There's some comment here that yes, there's a big comment here. My family in northern Italy migrated there from Africa about 500 years ago. The men returned to Africa yearly until 100 years ago. So yeah, Africa is everywhere. Absolutely. Who is that? That's so beautiful. Celeste 514, thank you for saying that. So Again, indigenous people, okay? Look, and where we are is that these huge corporations that are addicted to money and they are addicted to the rape and pillage of the earth and its people as the resources, right? This is what they're addicted to. They're going to do whatever they can to keep that going. Change is difficult for any of us. And when you have an addiction problem, it's even harder. This country and these corporations, these global corporations, are addicts. They are addicted to money. They are addicted to the way they are doing things. So we've got our work ahead of us. Now, the indigenous people, our indigenous descendants of the indigenous people have stayed ultra focused on their culture, their connection to the land. I am oversimplifying this, so please excuse me, but I'm giving credit, trying to give credit where credit is due. I want you to understand why I keep saying it's important that we tell our stories. We stay strong in our stories. We have to be unapologetic about the way that we move culturally and spiritually, and just as a people, because that's how we stay strong and that's how we can make the change that is necessary. The Keystone XL pipeline is dead. Now kill the rest, because right behind this victory, Canada is starting up another pipeline that the indigenous people and all those that support them in solidarity, like us, because we are all of indigenous people, okay? And the black, brown, indigenous, oppressed people, this is where we come together in solidarity and unity. All right? We have to pay attention. And there are people that are paying attention. We need them to do their work, and we need to be in support of them because we are trying to do our work, right? I'm trying to be, I hope I'm making that clear about why it is so important for all of us to tell our own stories and to have sacred spaces, liberated spaces for us to tell our stories and hear from each other. Because when we feel strong and empowered and focused and we can come together, then it makes it easier for us. Well, we're stronger, so we can create space to be in solidarity and work communally, to work in community and unity together against our common oppressor. Because without Mother Earth, people, we ain't got nothing. Period. Heat waves, floods, dirty air, dirty water, which means dirty food, dirty water. People, you can only go so long. Okay, let me just say this, and then we are going to move on. I'm going to say two things. Mother Earth, mother of us all. We must always consider foundationally the environment. Air pollution, I could be wrong about this, but it is like the top 5 killers of people than any other ailment, disease. Pollution, people. We are air breathing. Everything needs the air. And how long? First of all, think about it. That's why we take a breath. Because how long can you live without a breath? So just go in this order. You can go weeks without food. You can go days without water. But after a couple of minutes without breath, that's it. That's it. That is how tenuous this is. Do not take it lightly that these corporations are mass killing us. It's slow. We tend to not want to notice. These pipelines and this continued burning of fossil fuels, and that's just one of them, but is literally killing us. Okay, so please pay attention to this. Okay, we are going to go on to some things that are starting today. First, because at noon, the Juneteenth kickoff is starting today at noon at City Hall. This is being put on by Wealth and Disparities San Francisco. Get down there, people, and get with this rally. Listen, wealth and disparities. This is a huge issue for Black and brown people. Black and brown and poor oppressed people. We've been talking about Juneteenth coming up on the 19th. Look, we have to think about this as a continuum. Get down there. Comrade Malik, our community liaison and reporter, journalist on the ground, is going to be emceeing this fantastic rally that's going to highlight many of the issues that we talk about, right? The wealth and disparities around Black and brown people. Where is the distribution of all of this wealth that we have here in San Francisco? How is it that there's continued corruption and racism? Well, we know how it is, and it's that is taking place here and in San Francisco, in City Hall, with elected officials, because it has an historic reference. This is Juneteenth. Oh, someone's coming in live. Come on in. Yes, fantastic. I love it when you come in live. And that's a capital Y-O-U live.
And our Y-O-U?
Oh, you.
It's like, that doesn't spell right. And our law enforcement, the new budget, there's more funding for law enforcement, which sometimes is good because it's like, but I don't know. No. It's like databases for body camera footage.
No, yeah. We got enough history about the police. We don't need more budgets for that. We need budgets for care. Oh, so I'm thinking that our live person is not coming on. Did you let's see. Is Fem Caucus was coming on?
It was that person, yeah.
Hey, Fem Caucus, are you coming on? And okay. All right. Well, feel free to come on. Listen, this platform is for you. So if you've got something to say. So listen, look at this amazing lineup that's happening throughout this beautiful community. Look, the people are trying to speak, and we got to make sure that we are shouting out and giving space for our people to speak. This is an historical reference that we are in here, people. Juneteenth means something. Juneteenth isn't just some rah-rah holiday about the Emancipation Proclamation and the ending of chattel slavery. Because the reality is that, well, yes, we ended chattel slavery as we knew it then in 1863, and only to find the enslaved people in Galveston, Texas, found out 2 years later in 1865. Listen, there are new iterations of of slavery. First of all, because legal slavery is taking place. Slavery is legal. And I think that's the thing. It's like this, you get in your mind, oh, it's legal. Oh, it's in the Constitution. Which most people don't even know that there's an exception clause. But listen, there are new iterations of keeping Black people as close to slavery as possible. It's been hundreds of years in the making. Hundreds of years in the making. So this is what we want to focus on when we think about where we are in 2021, when we are thinking about Juneteenth in 2021. What if you don't have to ask why? Then we need to have a rally about wealth and disparities in SF community for black people, black and brown people, in the context of Juneteenth. This is a wonderful opportunity for us to continue our education. Get to the rally at City Hall at noon. From noon to 2, Comrade Malik will be emceeing. Felicia Jones, who is the founder of Wealth and Disparities San Francisco. This woman is amazing. This is what we're talking about, unapologetic about the experience of Black life in 2021. So get there, get to this rally, get to all of the amazing events that are taking place throughout the city. Starting today. Today is the kickoff. Then tomorrow evening in Golden Gate Park, go to Eventbrite and look up Monumental Reckoning. This is also this incredible sister here. Dana King is a sculptor. She's an artist. She doesn't call herself an artivist. I can't wait. I hope to meet her tomorrow evening. But she is definitely an activist. This installation that she is doing, she's a sculptor. This installation is about the first 350 captured people from Africa that arrived on the shores in 1619. She is honoring those lives, the 350 people. And this is a huge installation. Please go and check this out. I want to get this up on my screen here because there's something that I want to read, because I think, okay, so stay with me here. This is an amazing thing. Okay. Yeah, you won't want to miss this historic event. Join us as we kick off Juneteenth weekend, unveiling a new public work by sculptor Dana King. Please Google her and find out about this woman. She is absolutely amazing. It's in Golden Gate Park. It's starting at 5 p.m. People, you got to get registered. Get there. It's free. That's the amazing thing. But it's only an hour and a half. Don't miss it. From 5 to 6:30 p.m. tomorrow evening. Are you going to be there, Griffin?
No, sorry.
Oh, no.
Bachelorette party.
All right. Listen, sometimes we can't be everywhere, but we are going to be there for her. Okay, let me read some things here. This Juneteenth Eve, Friday, June 18th, sculptor Dana King will install 350 ancestral sculptures. These 350 represent the first Africans stolen from their homeland and sold into chattel slavery in 1619. This is a new work of radically inclusive art that will reside in the heart of San Francisco's Golden Gate Park for 2 years. But you've got to come out, because if you can meet this woman, oh my, I don't know about y'all, but sometimes I'm definitely starstruck by some people. And this woman, I hope I won't make an ass of myself, but I'm going to do everything I can to meet her. The unveiling is a celebration of our ancestors and is also a celebration of James Weldon Johnson's 150th birthday. Listen, I am learning so much here. So please get to this thing. I feel so bad. I don't know who James Weldon Johnson is. It's kind of embarrassing sometimes. But again, I know you would have found out about this, but I also want to, I hope, but if you wouldn't have, been alerted to it, except for finding out about it here on the San Francisco Bayview National Black newspaper, here on our Bayview TV Breaking News, I want to encourage you to do something. Please go to sfbayview.com. Our Queen, Wanda Stabir, first of all, she, on Wanda's Picks, she is our arts and culture editor. She wrote about this. She wrote about Dana King. She alerts us to all the beautiful Black culture that is taking place, and she honors it and she brings it to us. This is the platform. We cannot have strong communities without the arts. Art is a form, it's a voice of the people for the issues that matter to us. We must have it to have a healthy community. This is part of how we build with the Bayview. Building is part of also the education, but also please consider making a recurring, a sustainable donation to the San Francisco Bayview National Black newspaper. Go to sfbayview.com, press on the donate button, and set yourself up for a recurring, sustainable donation. Please start today, because also without a Black press, we are weakened with our community. We must have a place to tell our stories and have our voices heard without being watered down. Please, I am imploring you, because this is about how we build. This is how we build for ourselves, building with the Bayview. Join us also the next day on June 19th, right here at Mendel Plaza. This is where it's from 11 to 2. There's a lot going on. Pop on by, though. This is going to be an open mic fundraiser. Okay, so let's just start with the open mic part. This mic is for you, the community. We are going to be hearing from the community. You get to meet me. Some people have never met me. I'm your new editor for your newspaper, this unapologetically Black radical liberation journalist newspaper. This is the newspaper for our community. And we want you to stop by and get on the mic and say what that means to you. Or just say hello to the community. What you got going on? We want to hear about it. Maybe the community hasn't heard about some work you got going. We're going to hear from Wanda Stabir. All right? That's our arts and culture editor. You're going to hear from her. We think our own health and environmental justice editor is going to be showing up. Maybe we can get her on the mic. Dr. Ahimsa Sunchai Porter. These women are badass. They're a part. They are integral to the substance of this newspaper. We're going to be hearing from Claude Carpenter and his son Fly Benzo. These guys are legendary, local, rooted people here of the Bayview Hunters Point. The Curtis family C-Note, that beautiful family of song is going to be here, and they're going to open and bring music of this community here. We're going to hear from Uncle Damien Posey of Us for Us. He's going to fly on. He's going to stop on by, tell us what he's doing with his beautiful work with the youth and stopping the violence and bringing peace and unity and solidarity. And guess what? He's going to go on and act in solidarity and unity with other events around the city. And I encourage you all to do the same. Come on by, though. We're going to have Eric Brooks. He's going to be speaking on When Kids Matter. This is a new thing. This is awesome. We can't wait to hear what he's got to say. We got Brother Tyrell. He's going to be speaking. He's going to be talking about his about how we can keep our communities safe. You know, in terms of the traffic and, you know, running stop signs and stuff. You know, we're talking about caring for our youth, how we're caring for each other. This is so beautiful. But this mic is for you. I'm going to get on the mic. We're going to be hearing from prison. I've been reading letters. We can't forget about our brothers and sisters and our siblings behind the wall. Absolutely not. You're going to hear from them. It's going to be amazing. We might be hearing from United Players. Come on out. There's so many places to be. This is about community. There are amazing things that are happening all over. And again, we are going to be launching the Build with the Bayview campaign. It's about that sustainability. Do you see this newspaper, this independent Black media, as a critical aspect of a healthy community? And if you do, please consider getting your signing yourself up for that monthly donation. It's easy. Just go to sfbayview.com, press on the donate button, and set yourself up. And it can be any amount. Just make it monthly. Let it come out of your debit card, your from your bank account every month. You set it up. You don't have to worry about it. All right. Listen, I love y'all. There is so much going on. We're gonna come back. I want to give us a minute. How long is Barbara's video? It's about 5 minutes.
Oh,
listen, we have a beautiful sister, an elder in our community. Okay.
So quiet.
Okay.
Hang on.
Hold on 1 second. Listen. Oh, okay.
Oops, kids.
Hold on. We want to get this. We want you to hear from our sister, Barbara Johnson. She is an elder. She is a community member. She has been here for decades. She lives right across the street from the San Francisco Bayview National Black newspaper. I want you to hear from her, but we want to make sure you can hear her. So hold on. We're going to get this together. Please come back. We are also going to be coming back with the Bare Bones incident report, but we are going to, and the Shape-Shifting the Narrative, but we want you to hear from our beautiful Queen Elder, Barbara Johnson, because she has something to ask of the community. This is crowdsourcing. This is reaching out and see how we can help. This is what we do here. This is part about building with the Bayview. All right. So join me back here, please. Thank you so much for being here for these past 35 minutes. I love y'all. It really is all power to the people. Peace.
Double new babe. All right. Nice.
All right. Yeah, so let's see how we can work that out. That's perfect. And this is perfect. I can do the tribunal and that.
Okay, so this looked really good.
Really?